Is Toronto's real estate market waking up, or are we still stuck in hibernation? Let's dive into what happened in January and, more importantly, how the market is shaping up for both houses and condos in Toronto's core and outer areas. January wasn't exactly a blockbuster month for sales. 686 properties sold in Toronto's core, which is right in line with December, but quite a bit lower than last January. And out in Etobicoke, North York, and Scarborough, we saw 678 sales, which is about the same as last month, but down about 11% year over year. What's more interesting is new listings. Over 2,800 properties hit the market in the core, a very normal big increase from December, but up nearly 50% from last January. The outer areas followed suit with over 2,100 new listings, double last month and up 38% year over year. So buyers aren't jumping in as fast as some sellers might have hoped, as they do have a lot more options to choose from. Now, as I was looking at the numbers, my spidey senses went off because I knew from working with some house buyer clients in January that there were plenty of places getting lots of attention. Client offer nights, multiple offers, houses selling for more than we thought they would, so I dug a little further into the market. Sales in the core totaled 686, but the story changes when you break it down. 245 were houses, 441 were condos. That's not surprising. Condos always make up a big portion of the market, but condos had an especially slow month, and part of the reason is simple: supply is surging. New listings in the core skyrocketed to 2,837, but let's look at how that split. 705 were houses, 2,131 were condos. That's 3 times as many condos as houses hitting the market, giving condo buyers tons of options and putting downward pressure on prices. Meanwhile, houses saw fewer new listings, so even though sales were slow, sellers weren't feeling the same kind of competition for buyers' attention. And when it comes to active available inventory, there's a big discrepancy there too. Houses, 887 active listings, condos, 2,915 active listings. That's a big jump from December, and it explains why condo buyers are taking their time. They've got plenty to pick from. In the outer areas, it's a similar situation, but with a bit more balance. Total sales came in at 680, broken down like this: 271 were houses, 409 were condos. And just like in the core, new listings surged, but there weren't even twice as many condos as houses hitting the market in January. 814 were houses, 1,302 were condos. As for active inventory, here's what's available: 994 houses, 1,826 condos. Again, lots of options, especially condos, and less urgency for buyers. So what does all of this actually mean? For condo buyers, this is a fantastic market. Tons of inventory, reduced competition, and sellers who are starting to feel the pressure. If you're thinking of buying, you've got more negotiating power than we've seen in a long time. For house buyers, while there are still more listings coming on the market, supply isn't as overwhelming as it is for condos. That means well-priced and or really pretty houses can still move quickly, and in some cases, multiple offers are still happening. For sellers, it's all about understanding your competition. If you're selling a condo, you need to stand out. Staging, pricing, and marketing have never been more important. If you're selling a house, you might have a bit more leverage, but buyers are still being cautious, so overpricing won't get you far. The big question now is what happens next? With interest rates coming down, some expected a rush of buyers, but that hasn't happened yet, and certainly the tariff threat is playing a role. Will we see a spring market surge, or will buyers continue to take their time? I'll be watching closely, so if you want to stay on top of the latest trends, make sure to like and subscribe for next month's update. See you then.